going to say good evening because it's normally evening.
It's not.
It's 11:10 in the morning.
Yeah. We are off on a holiday. Unbelievable. So yeah, we are actually on our way to Heathrow shortly. We are flying to Rome. And the reason we're flying to Rome, the noise in the background, by the way, is our dogs. We'll show you those in a minute.
They're very unhappy with us right now.
Yeah. Our dogs know when we go away. If you've got dogs, you'll hopefully have the same thing as we do, but we're currently being given very dirty looks.
I do also have dog treats in my hand, which is why they're moving around.
Yeah. So we're flying to Rome because we are doing a 7-night Disney cruise from tomorrow, Saturday the 7th of June.
And that means cabanas tomorrow.
Indeed. The cruise is a Mediterranean cruise, which means that we're going to be stopping where?
It's Mediterranean and Greek Isles.
That's true. Yeah.
Has a double name. We're doing Sicily, hopefully, because
With
we're
Mount.
meant to be going to Mount Etna. And about 48 hours ago, Mount Etna decided it's eruption time. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that's still fine. And then we're going to Mykonos in Greece, Athens in Greece, and Naples, where we are going to Sorrento and Pompeii.
So really looking forward to this. We have done 5 Disney cruises before. This will be our 6th. Our first one, we get our lovely gold lanyards. And we're also really looking forward to, hopefully, fingers crossed, seeing some of our favourite staff that we met on the cruise in November. So, yeah, hopefully we'll get to see them. But now we have to go.
We've got presents for them too.
Yeah, we
so
have.
They want to see us as well.
We do have to go because this is unusual for us. Normally we fly to the States or we're early morning flyers.
Or we stay at the airport. This has completely thrown us. So
yeah,
we're in that panic. But we're going to Greg's first, aren't we?
Yes.
Because I'm hungry.
But before we go to Heathrow, the unhappy pups. So on the left is Albus, on the right is Remus. They are golden doodles with one brain cell between them.
They're waiting for their treat. They are being good.
Yeah.
They won't talk to us for a couple of days when we get back.
No, the worst thing is they can see Dan's bag, which doesn't help, because that's what stresses them out when they see the suitcases and the bags. So yes, we will see you in a week, boys. So we shall see you probably when we get to Heathrow. If not, you'll probably do some recording while we're on the road.
Probably not, because I'm playing secretary.
Oh yes, you've got to do some
work. I've got to do his work for him.
See you at Heathrow. Very windy.
Deceptively chilly.
Terminal 5, now called Park and Ride, no longer long stay. And
wow,
the sat-nav,
long stay Park and Ride.
The sat-nav is a whole different conversation for when we eventually stop later, because Google Maps, I've got a bone to pick with you.
Apart from just now, where it's just in the right place.
Well, no, even in the car it didn't though. So yeah, we are Zone D, bus stop is behind us. There's already been a bus that's gone, so we're going to be waiting a little while. But yeah, we are about 2.5 hours from needing to board our flight, so we will be back with you in a bit.
We're rushing.
So whilst we are waiting for our bus, you're right, Dan.
A bit blowy.
Whilst we're waiting for our bus, basically, we were coming down the motorway, and it said to us, "You need to come off. This road is shut." And I was like,
"It lies."
That's unusual. Why would that be shut in the middle of the day? So we took a detour, and all the detours were like, "Oh, road ahead closed." And I said to Dan, I went, "This is not ideal. Like, this is not what we want."
It was like, "Don't follow sat nav." We're like, we have no choice.
So we were aiming on getting here at half.
To be fair,
12?
it only added about 10 minutes onto the journey when we actually left, so it's not the end of the world.
Either way, we've got a lovely view of the runway. So it's an American that has just come into land, so it could be worse. So yeah, our flight is 3:30. We've got Spirit jerseys because it's windy, but also we've been told that the cruise that we're going on, people who are on the current cruise have said that it is slightly chilly of an evening.
It usually is on a cruise anyway, sea air. All I can smell is jet fuel.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Ah, a bus is coming. It may be a pickup.
It'll be a drop-off.
Yeah, it'll be a drop-off. Absolutely, because, yeah.
Why would it be anything else? It's just stopped.
Time to play a game, people.
Stopped.
Is it a drop-off? Also, does anybody else do that really weird, have to have the house clean before they fly away thing?
Fly away?
Yeah, like flying on holiday. So we did that whole kind of, we must clean the house, even though somebody's living in our house for the next week. And they'll clean it.
It's got to be nice for her. You know, she's got fresh towels out on her bed. Courteous.
Right, we're waiting for our bus. See you in a bit. And we have made it into Terminal 5. The bus driver was quite entertaining, as in really liked his brakes. So yeah, we need to get a lift up to floor 5.
This whole getting to the airport on the day you fly is stressing me out.
Is your autism playing up? Is your ADHD playing up? Great.
Yeah, I've got like random pains in my body when I'm stressed.
Right, we're going to go check in. I know you're stressed, it's fine. Yeah, so normally because we do long haul, we're here the night before, it's much better. You're just across the road, there's no closures on the motorways. Right, so when we come in,
Bag drop.
yes, we need to do bag drop. We've already checked in on our mobiles, which is good, but we need to find out where bag drop is for us.
This whole thing.
So
I don't like it.
we just turn so you can see. Literally says we can drop our bags in from 10 minutes time.
Like, who does that? Who does that?
Who is she?
I'm like, it's adding to my stress levels. I can't.
At least we know it's 2 hours now.
Yeah, but we also don't
Long
have...
haul is 3, that's what we need to remember.
We don't have premium security, so we've got a queue. I sound like a right snob. I promise I'm not. We usually get it because I'm autistic and queues stress me out.
What a noise. Anyway, so yeah, we will drop our bags off shortly. You'll get used to the many Danielisms as we go through this week. So brilliantly, it's all now new scanners here. You don't have to take laptops out, don't have to take liquids out. Oh, they still got to check liquids. There's always one, Danielle, there's always one. But yeah, much quicker through here. This was the south, because previously we've come through the north and it's been really good, but yeah, they still got to check liquids apparently. So security all done. The dream one day is to be over there in that lounge for business and first class. But we are down at the end where we went to a lounge in March. No lounge today because we thought, what's the point? We're not going to really be here long enough.
Technically, we've got time for a Waggers.
We had Greg's, Danielle. We don't need a Waggers as well.
No, but we are going to go get a drink and a couple of snacks.
Yes,
so we learned our lesson.
Yes, we definitely have. But yeah, busy. I say busy. I've seen it worse. Yeah, it could definitely be a lot worse, but it's definitely quieter than what we're used to on a weekend. We have essentially learnt from previous flights, they don't really do very good drinks on BA at times, so it's better for us to have a bottle of drink for the flight, which because it's only a 2 hour flight, it shouldn't be too bad, but I still want a drink, as I think you do.
Yeah, we probably won't get anything anyway.
No. We find ourselves sat down. We are waiting to find the gate number now. It's become, as we came to the north side of Heathrow, very busy.
Yes. This is why I read.
Yeah, so normally what will happen is, for a long haul, we will use one of the two lounges at either end of Terminal 5 concourse because of our bank account.
It'll be fine. I'm purposely sat on the end.
So I've got a little bit of work to do, frustratingly, because people don't listen. And then, it shouldn't be too long. It should only be half an hour before our gate's called anyway.
Yeah, I've just checked the app.
Yeah, the app that we will be referring to is an app called Flightly.
Not the app I was checking, but I'll check that one too.
It's going really well. On the flight, there probably won't be very much from us. It's a short haul flight. I'll be by the window. Dan will be next to me. We're hoping nobody's next to Dan. Yeah, the app Flightly that Dan is currently on.
I can't check it because you have the premium and I do not. I can just see my flight.
I will put a screen recording in of what the flight looks like, and yes, I have paid for premium because it's very, very good.
Wouldn't know.
You can get a month's free trial.
Yeah, but I don't do that because I'll forget, and then we'll be paying for it twice when we don't need to.
So yeah, we are expected to get to Rome about 7:20, isn't it? Yeah. And then we've got a transfer in Rome to take us to our hotel by the port in Civitavecchia.
I can't remember the driver's name, it's got a good name.
Yeah, we've used an app for that as well. I'll talk about that app when we get to Rome. I'll probably just be playing on my phone the whole flight, whereas Dan will be reading. No gate number yet, but security.
New scanners.
New scanners.
We said about this, haven't we?
Yeah, but it was really good.
Very quick.
Really, really good, really quick. I think I read somewhere that Heathrow actually paid a fine for not having those new scanners up and ready as quick as Gatwick, Stansted, Luton did. But he still
didn't even know they had them.
No, but it was really good. So they do now do body scanners. It picked up the metal poppers on my shorts, which he was fine with. The staff were really friendly as well. But considering we normally pay premium, that was just as quick.
It's because it's the afternoon.
Yeah.
Usually you're on a plane right now.
I would say that I think if you're coming early morning, it would be busier. I mean, we walked straight through. And I will say, it's much better than the old system. Laptops stayed in the bag, phones could stay in the bag. You said they just tested one sample of your liquid, didn't they?
Yeah, they put it in like a machine. They didn't unscrew or anything, they just put it in a machine. I'm guessing it weighs it to see how much is in it.
Which will be interesting because some liquids will be heavier, like creams.
Yeah, but I don't know. He didn't do anything to it, he just put it in the machine, it did something and then he took it out.
Okay. But yeah, really, really good. And if they're all like that now at Gatwick and the likes, it's probably going to be a bit easier.
Does it mean that we won't pay for premium?
So we've decided to go for a bit of a walk. We've gone for a walk past Wetherspoons because, like most good airports, there is always a Spoons. Yeah, quite a few Hindus leaving this weekend. Yeah, we are still just waiting for the gate, which should be in a couple of minutes. So we're not sure if we're down this end or maybe if we're up the other end. One of the reasons we love the Flightly app is it tells us what the gate is going to be before it comes up on the departure board. So I was going to show you my phone that's telling us the board already, despite the fact it's not even on the screen. So there we are, it's already telling us that the gate is going to be A20, and yet there is absolutely nothing up there to tell us that it's A20 for at least another 7 minutes. Small thing, but we like the app because it does that, because it didn't say California, did it?
I was like, where are we going with this? I smile and nod because I don't have the premium version.
It does do it on the free trial as well, but anyway. We're off to the gate, we'll see you in a bit. And it has come up as A20, so once again the benefit of having Flightly has worked. That is our aircraft just down there. Danielle did say she's glad, by the looks of things, we don't have to get a bus back to the aircraft, so yeah, should be able to go down a nice long gangway to the aircraft. Please remain seated until your boarding gate is called. Not one boarding gate was called on this day, and yet everybody stands up and waits in a queue for a non-existent boarding group that hasn't been called yet. Make it make sense, Danielle. Make it make sense.
It happens every time.
I'd love to know how many of these people. There's a guy on a Zoom call He's either on a Teams or a Zoom call. He has got his, I don't know whether he is literally having a business meeting as he's about to check onto a flight with his laptop. That's sensational. Steve, where are you off to? Nowhere. You look like you're in an airport. No, just a really good green screen. Okay, Steve, where are you off to? You just imagine it now. We are through. They really don't like people with wheelie bags here today. Yeah, we were not given special treatment, but we were given priority because we don't have wheelie bags because we're travelling with our backpack. Some people have been asked to check their bags in because it is a full flight, which means
Got me earplugs.
which means Danielle is going to have someone sat next to her. We will explain a lot more about this when we sit down later, I think.
I had someone sat next to me for 12 hours in March and that was fine.
Yeah. What do you say? It's a bit leany.
Yeah.
How do you like your minced beef? Lean? Ah, very good. Are you going to touch the plane?
Yeah, no film with them.
You're going to touch the butt? We are sat. It's bright outside, which is why Danielle's struggling.
You're back then. Sorry.
Easy boarding. Bags are above us. It's a full flight, so might not be much from us, but there's the room. So yeah, I mean, it's a plane. It's a small plane. It's not going to America.
It's only 2 hour flight.
Yeah, 2 hour flight. So lots of Americans. You can tell. They might be. You can tell. We both have headphones.
No, mine are up there.
Why?
Because I went, I just leave them there. Regrets. Oh well. I'll be engrossed in my life. Hopefully.
I love you so much. But there's no screen to tell us.
Been about an hour.
Any drinks or snacks to wear?
Right, thank you.
It's 5:02.
I think we're over France.
We're over something because I've seen windmills.
That's Holland.
Or like wind turbines.
So yeah, a bit of a bumpy flight so far. As you can see, the winds are flexing. It's about 25 minutes to land.
Oh, yeah, it's keep popping.
Yeah. We've got some interesting stuff to share with you when we get off.
When we get to the hotel.
It's been fun.
Like that, did you hear that? I did.
And then the entertainment, that is where we'll be tomorrow. Well then, apparently they need to make this so that we don't have to walk. We have some absolute nuggets of gold for you. Genuinely nuggets of gold. It's really strange. They've apparently got gas stations here.
And if you live in Australia,
Yeah.
you don't wear shoes.
Yeah. We've had some phenomenal nuggets, we really have. But we need to go through passport, so we'll be back with you when we're about to get our transit and go from there. Well, that was quick.
Our driver meets us somewhere in here.
Sorry?
Our driver meets us somewhere in here.
Oh, does he? I don't know.
We need to check the email.
Yes, I will check the app and go from there.
So our driver has sent a WhatsApp and he said he's waiting for us in the limo service area. So we'll see you there.
So our driver has brought us all the way to a private parking limo area, or limo service area. And this is our transfer to Civitavecchia. The gentleman's very kindly taken all our bags for us. So we'll see you in Civitavecchia.
Tiny door, tiny door, tiny door. We are checked in case you didn't notice. Oh, we're right there. 316. We have a physical key. Ooh. Entree, entree. Look, we're sleeping apart, Paul. We're sleeping apart.
We'll change that.
Oh, the aircon works. Let me turn myself around. Hold on. So, I put my hair up because it was very warm. Some of the reviews were like, the aircon doesn't work. It's lovely and cool in
Definitely
here.
works.
Yeah, let's. I can see a lovely sunset from here, so I'm going to show you that. Oh, no health and safety here. This just opens up. All the way down there.
Do not drop the camera.
I'm not. That's the sea that way.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, that just opens, just opens wide. But yeah, here
It
is.
literally just opens one way.
Here's our room. We're going to push those together, apparently. That looks like that's also a.
We're happily married, not just married.
That's also a sofa bed. He's doing it already. Very nice, lovely. European tiled floor. Little desk area. Oh, let me show you our key.
Do you know what this reminds me of? Right, you know when you go to the Canaries or Spain and you get one of those apartments?
Yes.
This, and bear in mind we're doing this next June as well, we'll be at Tenerife. Future videos coming. That's exactly what this reminds me of.
Yeah.
Like the whole sort of feel.
Very old school.
The feel.
Yeah,
That's
the feel. Okay. I don't think you should do a bed test in here. It might break. And
What's on fact?
no, because they're very. No bed test. It looks plush. Is it a hard mattress?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the reviews said the mattresses were quite hard. Is it good for me?
Yeah.
It's like a bed in like a caravan.
Oh no, that's unfair on caravans.
Right, that's unfair on caravans. It's
Because they are well on.
Do you know what this feels like?
A bed?
Our spare bed mattress.
No. That's
That came
soft.
from Amazon.
That's soft.
This is the key, by the way. It's like old school. I love it. I'm gonna go investigate the bathroom, see what that's like, because that's just behind you right now. We've got one. Ladies and gentlemen, a bidet. Toilet, shower, pretty standard stuff. Very low down sink. The mirror, it's clean, no mould, unlike what some of the reviews said. Towel toucher test. Oh, they're very soft. Thin, but soft. And that here. And yeah, and this comes with a seal. The seal of approval. But no complaints.
Let's just talk now. We've got bits out and bits charging and all sorts. So, flight.
Very quick.
Yeah, 2 hours.
I finished a book.
Yeah, literally straight up, before we knew it, starting to come down into Italy.
We were over the sea for about 5 minutes.
Some interesting comments.
Some smelly people.
If you've ever cooked a Sunday roast and you've overcooked the cauliflower and the broccoli,
Smelled like that. But I was listening to them talk. They've been travelling since last night.
sounds like a them
So,
problem.
rather
Some
than
interesting
me.
comments. Let's talk about some interesting comments. As we,
Shocked that there's petrol stations here.
the first comment that got us was, "Oh my god, there's gas stations."
And we were like, yep.
The comment that followed, we think was a joke, but we can't be sure.
Oh, we've spoken about this already. The Australians comment. Yeah, we've told you that already.
It was, but it's not like Australia where they walk around barefoot. It has to be a joke. Genuinely has to be a joke. And the other comment, which from the same family, was such a small town. Where do they get their shopping? They don't have a supercentre.
Right. That's a you thing.
Okay. So we're sitting there going, well, you know, at least they're only on the flight. And then they found out that they're on the cruise tomorrow.
No, that's the people in front of us.
Ah,
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
pretty
about
sure the people
this.
behind are also on the cruise from what I heard them talking about.
I don't know, because they were talking about...
They were talking about the port.
Uh,
So, overall, yeah, flight. You're standing very much behind me, please. Thank you.
sorry.
Do
Apologies. I
you
was
not
doing-
wish to be near me?
I was doing my cruise dance.
I know. So, yeah, overall flight fine, boarding fine.
Everything fine. Got free snacks, got some shortbread.
Yep, shortbread,
That was
water.
Mine's still in my bag.
Yep, so
Yeah.
no major issues there. Really, really straightforward flight. It was an A320neo for the geeks amongst you.
Did you plane?
The seats were comfortable, despite the 20-stone gentleman in front of us saying that he thought they were the roughest seats he'd ever sat in.
I thought they were really comfy.
They were comfy.
Yeah, I'm like,
But there we go.
also only sat in it for 2 hours.
I know. So, yeah, but overall, people are feral. And we found this out on...
We say this a lot. You'll get used to that.
We found this out on the tarmac when we landed, and the plane hadn't even stopped, and people were getting up and emptying overhead bins.
Don't do that. Don't be those people. That is almost as bad as clapping when the plane lands. No one did that.
That was a relief. Real relief.
Anyway, customs.
Yeah, other than that, all done. Yeah, customs was interesting. E-gates.
Switch EQ. Yeah, e-gates, but then you have to have someone physically stamp your passport.
Yeah, that was interesting.
But either way, it was still quite quick.
Yeah.
And then our driver was waiting with his little sign.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Really, really good, that.
And what was really good is he messaged you.
Yeah,
and
WhatsApp
said
me.
his picture of where I'm at. And then when he dropped us off just now, he was like, if you want a return journey, just WhatsApp me and I'll come get you. And I was like, oh, that's
It was really nice. Our plan is actually for the way back, what we were going to do on the way here was we were going to get a train here. We would still be on the train as
We
it
wouldn't
is.
even be halfway here.
We would still be stuck in Rome, actually.
Yeah.
So the way back, the plan for us is the way back to get a train because we want to stop in Rome on the way back, and we will cover that off when we've docked.
That is for a week's time.
That is indeed. The hotel, very Italian, very, very Italian, and we love it.
Yes.
They do 3 sittings for breakfast. We are on the second sitting between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. You can probably guess the first sitting is before that, and the third sitting is after that. It's not hard.
No.
It's all hour slots.
Checkout's at 11, so
Yes.
I was like, that's a good time to
Yes.
come back, pack.
Yeah. Our port arrival time tomorrow is 12:15. When we were downstairs, the gentleman said to us, would you like a shuttle from the hotel to the port? If so, what boat are you on? And we said we're on Disney Fantasy. He went, great. The last shuttle here leaves at 12.
Right.
Port arrival time is 12:15. We will take that. It is €5 each person.
Which I think is not bad.
That's great value.
Considering the walk from here just to McDonald's
it's 20 minutes.
It's 20 minutes, and then the port for where we get on is probably another like 15 around that bit. So I was just like, yes, please.
So it does us a massive favour. He said it's 10 minutes from here down there, no problems. This place is beautiful. We are hungry. We're going to leave you here because A, this needs charging, but also B, it's starting to get dark. Not that we don't really trust.
I don't trust people.
But we're going to go and get ourselves an Italian pizza. This has been a topic of conversation about whether we get an Italian pizza or whether we get ourselves McDonald's from. Right. Let's just caveat this now. You're autistic and you have ADHD. Dan's autism issues are sensory and not being able to stand still, as you can currently see. So,
show myself
if you see on the videos Dan just casually disappearing out of frame like this, it's not intentional, honestly, it's really not.
I'm pretty sure I did you the room tour, and I'm certain at some points it's probably wonky because words can't, I don't know.
It does make for quite entertaining times at home when, as you said the other night, you were just laying in bed and all of a sudden one of the WWE NXT star songs just came into your head and you couldn't sleep for 20 minutes.
Just go, what's that trick? Oh, I'm going to have it in my head now.
I've got
Take On Me in my head right now because there was I was going to say an autistic version, an acoustic version.
The two are very different, Daniel.
We're going to get pizza. We're going to bring it back so you'll see it.
So the transfer here, we used an app. I've put a screenshot in or a video in of how good it was. He was brilliant. He said 46 minutes. It wasn't 46 minutes. It was half an hour.
I found it on Rome to Rio.
Yes.
It's a worldwide thing. I would absolutely use it again. It was brilliant. I felt like a VIP.
Yeah, it was really nice. And to be honest, he gave you that exact service of let me take your suitcase, let me take your bags. There's water, there's candies, as he said.
We gave him a tip, but he seemed to not expect one.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's not.
It was €100 for the transfer.
It was,
but €100 well spent.
Yeah, considering we wouldn't have been getting here until, was it 10 to 11?
And an Uber for the equivalent would have been €130 plus tip.
Yeah.
So right, we'll have to get pizza before Danielle starts to struggle.
I struggle every day.
And yes, we are back with a pizza. It's just a straightforward margarita. We have also picked ourselves up a couple of bottles of drink, but sensibly did not think about how to actually open the bottles. Dan is currently on Deliveroo. Danielle, would you like to tell the people why you're on Deliveroo?
Order McDonald's. Because we want to try it.
Yeah, that's true. So, surprisingly and impressively, said pizza plus 2 drinks came to €13.50. Now, as far as value goes, we haven't tasted it, but €13.50, you can't really go wrong. That's like £10. It smells good, I will say that. They don't like receiving tips here, by the way. We tried to give a little bit of a tip as a thank you for the pizza. They did not want it, and even our driver earlier on seemed uncomfortable at receiving a tip for what was a very good and very enjoyable drive. So just bear that in mind whilst we'll be on the cruise, and tips are part of the cruise. They don't like taking tips here.
They're very
You good?
Yeah.
So the pizza, brilliant.
€7.
Yeah.
When she said the price to you, I was like, oh, she's not added the drinks on. Check the receipt. She had. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, great. The difference for me was the tomato base.
In what way?
It just tasted so much sweeter, more tomatoey. Mind blown. But it was simple.
It fresh.
Yeah.
Looked it fresh. I think it's because they were closing. I
Yeah.
don't know if it would have been fresh.
Yeah.
Otherwise, but highly recommend. I'm glad we went there.
Anyway, we now have McDonald's. Delivery we used, by the way. They do not have Uber Eats here.
They used to, that looks at it.
Yeah.
Even Google AI.
Yeah.
Here we go. So this is. I think this could be your one. Oh no, that's my one. Oh, come to the fork.
Comes with a fork.
This is cheesy, isn't it?
Hang on a second, let me turn this around.
As much as I'm raving about the fork, they have put the handle end in the sauce. So we've got some cheesy chips.
Very nice. That's for you.
Yeah.
Pancakes.
Okay, somewhere there should be some sauce, or maybe they're flavoured. I don't know. I don't speak Italian, I guessed. And there should be. Yeah, there's your one.
Yep, thank you.
You don't have a fork.
I'll have to use yours.
And there's that. What's that? I knew I ordered chocolate. It is a whole thing of chocolate for the pancakes.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
And they gave us cutlery even though I didn't ask for it, which is good. I went for the McCrunchy chicken, which, wow.
That's huge.
Crispy McBacon without sauce.
And without bacon, it would appear.
No, your bacon's underneath.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Different stuff in different countries, folks. But we're not completely culturally insensitive. We did have a pizza.
Yeah, and we are eating a lot of, like, on our last day, we're going to, if we can find it, there's like a hole-in-the-wall pasta place.
Yes.
That just does different pasta every day, and it's €5. We're going to find that. But
Or
it's like
lasagna. If they do lasagna, I'm going to be eating more than €5 worth of lasagna.
I don't think it is. I think it's like normal, like, pasta with a sauce.
So this hotel room, by the way, this was booked through my darling wife. Because she's an independent travel agent now.
Yeah?
So this was booked through you, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Seamless.
Yeah.
Also interesting that it said that we would have to pay like an €8 fee if you didn't ask for it. So
No, nothing.
I assume that maybe it was included and I read it wrong, but
I definitely said it on there. Whether our car's just going to be debited afterwards, we'll let you know. But
or it'll be on like checkout or something.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, so far, hotel position. Obviously, it's just a hotel for a night for us before the cruise. It was either this or a very, very, very early start tomorrow, and a very close run-in with maybe not making port arrival time.
Yeah.
And it's just not worth the risk, because when you look at the fact that today we flew in and we were 20 minutes late landing and then getting through passport control, if that had taken more time tomorrow and we'd arrived tomorrow, we would have had a problem.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we're going to have our food. We're going to put some Italian TV on to immerse ourselves in the culture.
I was going to say about watching Mormon Wives.
This is a new...
Anyone else watching this? It's so good.
See you in a minute.
You love it, you liar.
McDonald's.
Those chips were good.
Chips were good.
I didn't risk my burger.
No.
Because I bit into it, and although it tasted fine, and no, it was a bit pink, and I'm a bit like, we're going on a cruise. I don't want to be ill, so I had one mouthful of it, and then I bit the other end just to check, and that was just mostly batter. So
I think it was when the maggots came out that kind of put you off.
I'm not risking that. And then we had pancakes with a bucket of chocolate sauce.
It was very good, actually.
They were very nice.
Yeah. It's been a day. Oh, what a day.
And we've travelled for
2 hours
a
of it.
quarter of the time
Yeah.
than what we normally do.
So, all in all, as travel days go, not really much to write home about. Yeah, the beds.
Yeah, they're not that comfy. Every time I move, it makes a noise. And also, it's the typical like European bed thing of like the really thick cover over the top that you don't sleep under because they don't clean it. And then a sheet.
The really thin sheet.
And it's also got a very thin sheet on the bottom, which means you can kind of see some of the marks on the mattress underneath it.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see any of mine.
And there's a couple of little marks on there, but I'm just like...
I think for a night, I don't really care.
No.
Anyway, how much did we pay for this room? 85 quid, wasn't it?
87.
Yeah, something like that. It could be worse.
Yeah.
Right, so tomorrow, Bansi Embarkation Day.
So excited.
Daniel mentioned cabanas earlier. If you're not au fait with Disney cruises, welcome. Cabanas is the main buffet restaurant at the back of 4 of the ships.
Yes.
So when Dan said earlier, cabanas, I was like, if people are new to cruise line, they won't know what that means.
Buffet.
Buffet.
Food, basically.
Yes. There are quirks with Disney Cruise Line. We will tell you about all of those tomorrow. Sorry about that. So yeah, we'll take on the tour of the ship.
Starting cabanas.
Yeah, starting in cabanas. The process will be that we will arrive at the port, we will have to go through security checks, passport stuff, make sure that we're all okay. We had a bit of an issue when we were on the Wonder in March where there was an issue with AI.
It was your visa. We don't have visas on this one.
So there's a bit of an issue. We're not expecting that to happen this time round. And then realistically, we basically should just get straight on the ship. We're going to go and try and find Stacey, who was a server we had in November. She was fantastic and really, really good to us. She did say when we're next back on the Fantasy to go and find her, so it's not like we're just stalking a random member of staff. And then we're also going to try and find our old stateroom host, Chrisa, who again was on the Fantasy in November, was brilliant.
I loved her.
They were both, to be honest, most of the servers we've had, most of the staff we've had cast on these ships, top tier. And the other good thing as well, Jimmy, who is the cruise director, was our cruise director in March on the Wonder. We stopped and had a chat with him, and we're hoping that when we stop to hopefully have a chat with him this time round, we'll just say, do you remember us from the Wonder? Because you're walking around with Chris who had the fabulous eyebrows.
I did, and I told him too. I was like, your eyebrows are incredible.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, and he was a Brit too.
Yeah. So we're kind of hoping we'll see a few people we recognise. They probably won't recognise us because they see thousands of people weekly.
Stacey will, because she had us for private dining.
Oh yeah, that's a whole different story.
We'll tell you about that.
So we are on early dining. There's 2 sittings.
Let me check. See if they've
Whether we've been changed, but we are on the early dining rather than the late dining. Normally we're on the late dining, but there's been a bit of a change. And also because we booked this late, invariably the late dining goes quicker.
And by late we mean about 2 weeks ago. Actually,
yes.
It was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. So yeah, Dan's just waiting for a code to come through. But yeah, so there's a sail away party as well that we'll be filming. It's not the best one in my opinion. I prefer the one on the Wish and the Treasure, and
it's the classic. Well, technically it's not the classic. But
I mean,
we'll show you. We weren't going to go. I like the song.
The Wish is better.
The Wish is better, but
You'll see the Wish in April.
You will see it on the Treasure in September.
The Wish is different.
It's the same song.
I'm not saying it, but it's a different story, Danielle. It's all about the story.
Okay. Yeah, we weren't going to go, and we were going to go and sit in the rainforest room.
Yes.
Which is the adults only bit of the spa that you have to pay for.
So this is the other thing as well. We have purchased passes to the rainforest room, which is, as Dan said, adults only sort of spa environment. We'll show you what that's all like, but we have to go and pick those passes up tomorrow.
I can't actually see our dining time anymore. It's too close to the cruise.
We'll kind of let you know tomorrow. But anyway, yeah. Other than that, an enjoyable day.
Yeah, someone posted. So there's a Facebook group. Usually for every cruise, someone sets one up and it gets picked up and stuff. I'm in the one for this one, and someone posted the staff member directory for everything that's going on tomorrow. I don't know how they got it, but the show tomorrow night is Aladdin. We are unsure whether we'll go and watch it because we've seen it
a couple of times, and we can't film the shows anyway.
Yeah, so if not, and it's not too bad weather, not that we can take you, but we might do a nighttime ride on the Aqueduct Mouse. Which one is it on this?
I don't know.
The slide.
We have got a GoPro.
It's the Aqueduct, so I can see the sign in my head. It's got Donald in a rubber ring.
So we may go do that. So yeah, so that's it for today. So thank you very much for watching, whether you're new, people we know, or whatever the case is. The good old like, subscribe sort of stuff that everyone always tells you to do, that, you know.
This stuff.
Yeah.
Do this.
See, Dan does this thing where she's like all on the bottom, and then I have to put in sort of like hand movements and things moving. And I might try and do accordions for that.
What would I do?
Yeah, do accordion.
Yeah, okay.
I
will also put, well, I won't because I don't edit these, but I will get Paul to put actually, do you want to do a special effect? Here's my Instagram name.
God. Oh.
If you want anything for travel stuff.
Instagram names. You also want to put your email address for if you want to find out about travel stuff.
Email address?
This is so much extra work. This video should have only taken like a week to edit. It's going to take a month at this rate.
It's It's too. Even I could add that effect in. It's the little sparkly one. That's the one I want. I want the sparkly
You want
one.
the sparkly one, okay.
If it's not sparkly, you moan in the
I
comments.
failed, have I? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the travel. It's the Oceaneer Club. If you have any questions, don't ask him. He'll be useless. Come to me at Oceaneer Club, and I'll post a lot about our trip on there too.
And then if you have got anything you want Dan to do in terms of travel, her email address is adventurebydanielle@gmail.com.
Or you can DM me. I've got a form you can fill out.
Brilliant. Right, on that note, we shall see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.